Paul, don't want to disturb you drinking a cup of tea, but I have a question for you.
Sure.
What is the favorite book of all the books you've written?
My favorite book is whatever one I'm currently writing.
No, already written.
I don't know if I have a favorite. I have lots of different favorites. That's like being forced to choose your favorite child. I like them all.
Do you like them? Is there one that you go back to?
Actually, I go back to a lot of them. Depends on what kind of a mood I'm in. It's not so much favorite books as favorite scenes. Certain scenes just stick in my mind.
All right, so what's a scene that sticks in your mind?
There's a scene in Servant of the Crown where the main character, Gerald, is working as a groundskeeper, and he's sweeping up leaves or whatever, I think, or trimming hedges. I can't remember which.
Trimming hedges.
And
I know
this guy shows up, and he's like, do you work here? And his first thought is, of course I work here. Do you think I normally just come along and sweep up stuff for no reason?
And that says so much about Gerald's character that he doesn't suffer fools.
Yeah, but he's usually pretty polite about it. Not like Albreda. Albreda will just come out and tell you you're being stupid.
Do you have favorite characters that you've written?
I have a lot of favorite characters. I think Gerald is certainly the character that I'm probably most connected with, but I do like the relationship between certain characters. And, one of the ones I enjoy writing is the relationship between Beverly and her cousin Aubrey.
Yes.
Bev, as she calls her, yeah. Each characters have certain, quirks, I guess, because she's also friends with Haley, and Haley's the one that calls her Bev. Aubrey calls her Cuz.
That's right.
Because she's cousin, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, certain things like that kind of stick in my mind.
And you ever had a character that was just supposed to be in one scene end up being in a whole book?
Oh, all sorts. What springs to mind is in Warrior Lord. Main character ends up getting married. It's an arranged marriage. And that character originally, the character was just kind of a throwaway character. She wasn't really important to the overall plot. But I was inspired to give her more of an in-depth background. She has some health issues, we'll say, mental health issues. And I just enjoyed writing the character that she ended up being a long-term character. She continues on the rest of the series.
And in that particular series, what about Sin and Siggy?
Sin and Siggy were always going to be there in the whole series. From a literary standpoint, having a sidekick, or in this case two sidekicks, is helpful because it allows the character to discuss what they're thinking rather than just getting in the head of the character. They can carry on a conversation and talk about things. And they also become a source of inspiration and conversation as well. They were always intended to last. I didn't think I'd have so much fun writing them, but...
I don't know. I remember you talking about it, and they weren't intended to be there. They were just part of the mercenary company, and then you had so much fun writing them, they became part of the whole storyline.
Well, I think they were going to be sidekicks. I didn't realize how much of a sidekick they were going to become, and they just sort of developed their own characters as they do when you write.